Hello, I am Prabjot and thank you for joining me for Craftar's weekly update. I am excited to share the no-code JSON editor that we have built inside Craftar. Working with JSON data is one of the first hurdles most people face when they have to interact with APIs or automations. We made it simple. With the new editor, you will be able to create, read, and update JSON data using the table editing skills you already have with Sheets, Excel, or Airtable. The flow you see here lets us build a Slack command to do text search for members in our community. So in our Airtable here, we have some members of our community, their bio, when they joined, their profile pic, and so on. Now we want to build a Slack / command called directory, which takes in a keyword. So if I give no code and press enter, this will run the flow inside Craftar that I just showed, and it will return all the members who have mentioned no code in their bio. Now, if we look at the flow, we can see the input block here gets the text data from Slack, and you can see the value of the output of input block is text. Then it goes to Airtable and fetches the data from Airtable for this specific table and base. And for JSON data, you don't see the actual value here. You get a nice little eye icon to view. So when I click on this, our JSON editor opens in view mode. So in this JSON editor, you can see there are 11 records from our Airtable base, and I can go and inspect each of those records one by one. You can see all the values here, what their name is, bio is. I can even search by name, and you can see that it will filter down the data within the JSON for you. You can collapse all, expand all, and it makes it really easy to view and read the data and understand the responses that different APIs are giving. After Airtable, the flow now goes to fuzzy search, which takes in this query, takes in the data from Airtable and returns the filtered data list. So in this case, our query is no code and our data is all 11 records in the base, and the output will be 5 records like we saw in Slack. So that's a very easy block that does the search. But the interesting part here is this edit block. So when you click on the edit block, you get the edit view of the JSON editor. So now here we can actually start editing the JSON data. So I can click on any of the items in my JSON and it will show me a table view of that, and I can start playing with it. So I can add a new item. I'll call this age. I can change the type of it to number, and then I can set a value to 25, and now it's part of my JSON. I can expand it here and I can see the data got added here. I can also start to create something at the top row. So if you come down here, you will see this new data got added to my top level list, and I can start adding more values here. So I can create a new person, write their name, add another value, create their age, set it to number, set it to a value. Awesome. So now I'm able to interact, change, and edit my JSON data which I'm getting from APIs or creating from scratch, and this allows me to do some very interesting things. I can mock APIs before I show to a client, which allows me to get buy-in for the automation that we are building, and then they can request permission for all the services they need. It allows you to create complex data to send to APIs, which is like a nested JSON, and makes it really easy to play around with nested JSON. You don't have to worry about how to read through the data. You can just even come in here and search by age, and you can see only these 2 records have age because I added them manually. So that was JSON editor for you. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.